Hello, everybody. This is the next review. I'm going to be trying to be uploading these once a week because they're easy to do. Sometimes I might not have my microphone, or even this setup. I might even be like outside or somewhere. But this week we are doing Over the Hedge. Sure is an interesting film. I think I know a lot of people from my generation have seen it. Because in 2006, lots of kids were watching kids' movies, DreamWorks was the big thing. And Shrek was the big thing, I think. Shrek movies and DreamWorks. B-movie came out, I think, 2 years later than this one. Open Season, flushed away all those movies. And it's weird because those movies, we remember them, but we tend not to actually, remember anything about them. Which is what I'm going to be getting into today, because Over the Hedge has kind of memed itself. Every time someone mentions Over the Hedge, remember that movie? And everyone thinks it was really funny. But if I was to, watch it with a group of friends now, it wouldn't be as good. I can tell you that for sure right now. Because the memery of it, the fact that you can kind of remember it is really special. I guess that's probably for a bunch of parents and 80s movies and stuff like that. But it's this weird nostalgia that you're not quite fond of Over the Hedge. But I can go into the movie. I thought the movie was insane. It's about, what is the synopsis? Let us hear the synopsis. Okay, I think it's about a raccoon named RJ. I can get into it. I'm just stupid. RJ, and he has to pay back the mafia, who's in the form of a bear, and I think it starts off really good with him trying to get this thing out of the vending machine. I remember that. And then, I haven't seen this recently because I wanted to just kind of have that clear nostalgia of it, just to my feelings towards it. But what I can remember is that he has to pay off the debt. Basically, he loses all of his bear's candy and food and stuff, and so he has to hire a bunch of critters, to get all the food back for him, and a bunch of hijinks ensue. It's got a lot of good voice acting. I think it's got Bruce Willis, Steve Carell, Gary Shandling. I knew that was Gary Shandling. What makes Over the Hedge special is that I can still quote it. There's the part where Hammy, the squirrel, he gets high. No, he doesn't get high. He gets really jazzed up, and then he stops time. And I can quote some of his quotes. He goes across the hedge, and then the other way, because he can run really fast because he's a squirrel or something. He's not Sonic the Hedgehog. And then he says, "It never ends!" And it's good. Apparently, there was an Easter egg. One of my friends, he said, "I'm not looking at anything over there. I should probably be looking at the camera. Look at me. I'm looking at you people." Okay. Now it's hard for me to talk now because I'm looking at the camera. This is a new thing to me. Okay, this review sort of thing. I can tell you what I feel like about the movie. Getting off track. Yeah, see, I have to look away. It's just gonna be how it's gonna be. The trailers of the movie. In one of them, they say, "Why don't we just go through the hedge?" Which everyone remembers. It's like a Mandela effect. They do go through the hedge. The turtle guy goes through the hedge, and then he gets mauled, and he gets destroyed or something, and then he gets thrown right back into it. It's got good hijinks and stuff. I think there's a big explosion with Doritos. Product placement. I think it's good. I remember it being good. I saw some of the other scenes and it doesn't hold up. Certain things don't hold up. Like I can watch WALL-E. I can still watch WALL-E. But I don't know if Over the Hedge would be good. Now, onto the music. I know that's a weird thing to say. Most of the time people don't look at the music. I have to look at what they had. Because this is an interesting case with Over the Hedge. Because a lot of the ways I think about music now have been like morphed around. They've been morphed around the music I heard back in the day, and one of them was the soundtrack to this movie. Because I watched when I was like 6 years old. I watched Over the Hedge maybe 40 times, and I watched Flushed Away a bit more. That'll come in a later review, if these are even called reviews anymore. Okay, Over the Hedge soundtrack. Okay, now most of this is created by Ben Folds, and I don't really know who Ben Folds is. I probably should have done some research before this. Ben Folds. I'll look up Ben Folds. But his music in this, he sings all of it. And you can't even tell. It sounds just like something written by somebody else. Oh my goodness, he's actually pretty popular. You see him? He's right there. That's Ben Folds. Yeah. But I thought he did the music exclusively for this movie. But most of the music in this movie is him. And the other stuff that's just orchestral, that's Rupert Gregson Williams. And that stuff's good. But I just remember Ben Folds stuff. William Shatner sings in it. Whoosh. Crazy. But like the two ones I remember from the movie, because they're like at key moments whenever there's a montage, right? They play a song. And they have the Rockin' in the Suburbs. I think most people would probably be able to quote what it sounds like from that. But that's not the real one that surprised me. That's just catchy. But the Ben Folds Still is the big one, because that plays during the moment when the turning point in all the movies, when everyone figures out that RJ's trying to, like, spoilers, RJ's abusing them, and then they all get upset, and then they play the Still theme, and it's pretty, you know? I think it's actually beautiful music. Whoever this Ben Folds guy, he must be talented. Okay, Still kind of goes like this for all the people that haven't seen the movie or heard the song. And so on. Still, like the song has morphed a lot of it's created my musical tastes, a lot of my musical tastes, because I think that's the way I write music sometimes, is how that song goes. That's one of the models for me, which is weird. It has something to do with how you're exposed to music in media that deals with what music you actually enjoy. And so this movie, if it's great or not, I think it's good. It's crazy. It's a crazy movie. It's a children's movie. Lots of stuff happens. Simple plot. RJ learns to understand what life's really about, not scavenging, having a family, all this stuff. And then bears, exterminators, rabies, Hammy getting high. Okay? All that stuff. You basically got the gist of the movie. If you want to see it, you can see it. But the real issue with this, for me, is the influence it had on me. Okay? And the influence it had on me was I got feelings, for certain music. like a lot of music at that time. Mario Brothers, not really Star Wars. Star Wars came later, but like I saw the movie. I think I saw Herbie the Love Bug, like at least probably way more times than Over the Hedge, maybe 80 times, and that has certain songs in it that I'll never forget. And those songs I like, not just because I played them so many times. So if you say you get sick of a song because you hear it so many times, I don't think that's true. I think after a while you'll like it. It's just stuck in your head anyways. Nothing you can do about it. But with this it was different. With this, it taught me to feel at certain moments of movies and what music can do and stuff. And I thought it was amazing, and it's one of the steps to my career. Even if Over the Hedge is crazy, it's a weird movie, it's memeable, all this stuff, I still think you should see it. All you kids out there, show it to your children. Show it to your kids. I think it's a good movie for them. Not really for adults, even if you want the crazy bear stuff. I like the bear stuff. Check out the bear stuff. But, yeah, I like Over the Hedge. There's hedges in over. Go over the hedge over.